You ever get the feeling that our whole society might be operating under some kind of shared delusion? Well, about a century ago, the writer D.H. Lawrence was pretty sure of it. So let's dive into his wild diagnosis of the modern world and the even wilder cure he came up with.
So Lawrence looked at the world, at the way we chase after money and size each other up, and he didn't see progress. Not at all. He saw a type of insanity, a society completely obsessed, just running frantically after one single all-powerful thing.
And there it is. He just comes right out and says it. For Lawrence, this isn't just a personal problem, a little greed here and there. No, he calls it a vast collective madness, a sickness that gets into everybody. Because if the whole crowd is mad, then every single one of us is carrying around our own little grain of insanity.
Okay, but here's where it gets really fascinating. Lawrence takes this huge societal idea and drills it down to show how it creates this really personal internal anxiety, a kind of terror that, honestly, lives inside each of us.
I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever felt that? That little sting, that pang when you spend some cash, even a small amount, and for something bigger, a real tremor. Lawrence says that physical reaction is a symptom of the madness. Money actually makes us flinch. It makes us tremble.
Right, so here's the key. He argues our fear isn't of the paper bills or the coins themselves. What we're actually terrified of is what our money-mad fellow men will do to us. It's a fear of how society acts, how it judges you, all because of its obsession with wealth.
And this personal fear, it doesn't just stay inside us. It builds and builds until it becomes this system of really cruel societal judgment. This is the one question Lawrence says our society cares about above all else. Not, is he a good person or is he smart? Nope, it's how much is he worth? Our entire value as a human being gets boiled down to a price tag.
And if the answer to that big question is 0, well, the verdict is just swift and brutal. Then let him eat dirt and go cold. Society, in its madness, basically sentences anyone without money to a life of total degradation, stripping them of their basic dignity.
And right here, this is the real terror. It's not just being hungry or cold, it's the deep humiliation of it all. The way he repeats, eat dirt, he's driving home the point that the ultimate fear is being treated as less than human, all because you don't have money. But after painting this incredibly bleak picture, Lawrence doesn't just leave us there in despair. He flips the script and pivots to a solution that's so simple, it's actually radical.
He starts with this, just a powerful, absolute rejection of the entire system. All of it, the fear, the judgment, the humiliation, it's just wrong. It's an unacceptable way for people to have to live.
So what's the alternative? His big idea is to take the absolute essentials for survival, the things we all need just to exist, and pull them out of the money game completely. Bread, shelter, and fire. He says these should be fundamental rights, not stuff you have to buy. And who gets these things? Everyone. To all and anybody. There are no strings attached, no tests to see if you're worthy. And where? All over the world. This isn't some small-time charity project. It's a vision for a whole new global standard of human dignity.
And this brings us to Lawrence's big finish, which he frames not as a polite suggestion, but as a stark, urgent choice for all of us.
He lays out 2 paths, and only 2. Path 1, we snap out of it. We regain our sanity about money and remember it's just a tool. Or path 2, we just keep going down this road of madness until we literally start killing one another about it. And there's no wiggle room, no middle path. With this final blunt line, Lawrence is basically yelling at us that we have to choose. We can't have both our humanity and our money madness.
So the poem leaves us with this huge question, one that feels just as real today as it did 100 years ago. When you look at our world, at our priorities, have we actually kept money in its place? Or has our collective madness really allowed it to become our master? It's definitely something to think about.